And we're here in the Queens Grapevine, of course, with the mayor candidate right now, Mr. Bill de Blasio. It gives us a great deal of pleasure, of course, to welcome him here to Queens. Welcome to Queens.
I love being in Queens. As a candidate from the outer boroughs, myself from Brooklyn, I want to change this city to focus just as much as on the outer boroughs as Manhattan, so I'm happy to be here in Jackson Heights.
Well, that's good to know because we know there's a great concentration by Mayor Bloomberg always talking about the city. And knowing your platform, knowing how serious and the great job that you've done through the years, why should anyone listening to this program vote for Bill de Blasio?
It's very simple. The outer boroughs have been hit very hard by Bloomberg policies. The fines against small business have hurt outer borough small businesses much more than the ones in Manhattan. The school closures and co-locations have hurt outer borough residents much harder. The water bills, they've been unfair, they've been too high, and you can't even appeal them, even if you're right. That's hurt homeowners and store owners in the outer boroughs. I can tell you, as a homeowner myself, as a proud resident of Brooklyn, as a public school parent, I want a government that listens to the majority, and the majority lives in the outer boroughs. We need serious changes. The Bloomberg approach will not work. Some of my opponents want to continue Bloomberg's policies. I want to make some real changes that will be fair to all of us.
One of the biggest things that affect all of us in the five boroughs in the entire state of New York is the educational system. New York City educational system is probably the largest in the United States of America. And there's been a serious amount of cutback. There's been a serious amount of attack by the Bloomberg administration on the teacher system.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about this? And the reason why I want you to, because I know you're a father and one of your kids are in the school system. What is going to be your approach to the school system going forward?
You know, I'm a public school parent. My daughter, Kiara, graduated a year ago from high school. My son, Dante, just finished his sophomore year. If I'm elected, I'm the first mayor in the history of this city to serve while having children in public school. Wow. And that says something about my focus. I think we need to make profound changes in our schools. And it begins with getting the resources we need. A tax on the wealthiest New Yorkers, that's what I've proposed. A tax on people who make $500,000 or more. So we can have full day pre-K guaranteed to every child who needs it. And full day in school for middle school kids, meaning we have to add after school 3 more hours a day for middle school kids who want it. That would be included in my tax plan too, because if we don't make those kind of investments, we can't turn the school system around. We've got to stop teaching to the test. We've got to stop putting so much time and energy into test prep. That doesn't help kids to learn. It doesn't help teachers to teach. Teachers have been wildly disrespected by Mayor Bloomberg. I have to say the teachers that have helped my children along the way I have the greatest respect for, and they need to know the city government's going to support them. That's how we turn around the schools.
I know we're on a short leash right now because you have to go. Anything you can share with us about small business? Small business happen to be the backbone of this nation. And in today's economy, what can we expect from you as a mayor, and how can you bring some business into New York City?
Well, first, in terms of small business, I'm so proud to have the support of small business owners all over the city because they saw me stand up as public advocate against the mayor's fines, always increasing the fines. The mayor raised fines on small business for 5 years in a row, and I stood up against it. Other candidates were silent. I stood up against it, and people know I'm on the side of small business. If we don't stop putting so much pressure on small business, a lot of businesses won't make it. They won't be able to create jobs. I also want to extend public lines of credit to small business, a loan program that'll help small business with city money. And the way we get that money, take away the subsidies from the big companies that don't need it, that are making out like bandits on public money while the little guys suffer. Let's provide loans for small business so they can keep going. That'll make a huge difference. And finally, for the New York City economy in general, we have a lot of things in this city that make business want to be here. But what they respond to the most is a good school system, and they respond to the idea that there's going to be a talented, qualified workforce. We not only have to invest more in our public schools, we have to invest more in CUNY if we want to have that kind of workforce. A lot of jobs in the tech industry and the health industry are going wanting because there's no one qualified. I want to take, again, the money away from the big corporate subsidies, put it into CUNY so we can build a workforce that can get today's jobs, and that's going to change our economy for good.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York